All right, so many things to talk about on the show tonight. But let's quickly get the results out of the way. Toby was smiling all the way, and we all know why. But let's take a look at the results, and we'll probably let Toby talk about some things that happened with his club. But there you have it on your screen.
Surprise, defending champions?
Nobody expected this. I wasn't expecting it.
It's a derby. Anything can happen in a derby.
Very true.
Okay, Modi against his former club?
Yeah, you know, Modi knows the length and breadth of Fernand Basiko Stadium. Perhaps he has taught Imama some.
He desecrated the cathedral.
Yeah.
but however, Rangers lost the first game last season, even away from home, with the same scoreline, 2-1.
And they still went back.
It may be a blessing for them.
MFM, I saw this one.
Some stats said that any team that loses a home game, never wins the title. Maybe Rangers will prove us wrong this time.
Okay, we'll wait to see. MFM Niger Tornadoes 3-0. Shooting Stars defeated Lobi 2 goals. Wiki Torres played a goalless draw with Nasarawa United. Remo Stars, baptism of fire, some people have called it, lost their first game to Plateau United. A lot of people feel you should be winning this game, this kind of matches, if you're really serious, because size for size.
It's just the first game of the
season.
Okay.
And rightly, the owner of the club says no need to panic.
Yeah.
Okay. Eyimba 1-0 victory over Sunshine. Katsina United 2-1 victory over Gombe United, and Rivers United 2-1 victory over El Kanemi.
You know who's on top of the log now?
MFM.
Match day one anyway.
Well, early days.
They won their match day one, surprisingly, last season.
Away from home.
Away from home against Nasarawa United.
And we were talking, and we started comparing them with
Stadium.
And calling them Leicester.
And later, for the last day of the season, they struggled against.
I mean, enough lesson learned for them last season. Yeah. So I think they will ensure that such will not repeat them.
And they have a different management now.
Okay.
Yeah, this is another management that comes with a different ideology. So it really helps.
Everything will turn around.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the issue at hand, and let's make our first stop from the LMC angle. Something's going to come on screen now, and you're going to see. Talking about the performance of the center referee in the case in question, maybe I'll just allow to read that for us, but so you can know the source of the letter and who is addressed to, the referees, and also addressed to the NFF.
Yeah, the League Management Company wrote to the Nigerian Football Federation asking that referee be withdrawn. That's the letter on the screen from the COO of the League Management Company, Salihu Abubakar.
Name Ajayi,
Ajayi Folusho Adewuyi.
The female referee in question.
The female referee in question from Oyo State. And they said the referee failed to meet up with the high standard expected in the Nigeria Professional Football League, exhibiting unsatisfactory game management. I think that's the word, game management, discretion for me. And that's why they have asked that she be withdrawn until the investigation is done and all of that for the credibility of the game. So as Onye said, she didn't cover herself with glory in the last game of the season, and then you trust her right in the middle of a high-profile, high-pressure game on the first day of the season. I don't think the LMC did enough to make us trust their judgment with the referee's appointment in that particular matter. I'm sure they've learned their lessons, because towards the end of last season, Toby, they told us that some referees were being monitored for unsatisfactory performance, and I think this referee was one of them.
Yeah, so we
for that game between Plateau and Atlant.
Yeah, I mean.
And then the first game of the season, she's in the middle of all of this.
Tony, I agree with you. In as much as we've made this clarification that the duty of the referee training and appointment is from the NFF and the NRA, it is also good for the League Management Company to reject any names being sent to them, because they pay the indemnities, and then they ensure this.
Insist on the referee you want.
On the referee you want. If you don't want, if you have any referee with poor records in the past, ask for the NRA or the NFF.
That's interesting. Let me bring Onye Uchi into this before we go to the letter that Ifeanyi Ubah FC
the hammer.
LMC hammer and the letter they've received. Does it have anything to do with gender? Is it the pressure? A lot of people have argued that how do you trust a woman into that kind of game, the pressure and everything? I mean,
no, I don't think it has anything to do with gender. There have been this argument that a female referee may not be able to
handle the pressure.
No, apart from the pressure, that the tempo officiating a match where male players, the tempo is higher, it's very high for them. But you see, in the past we have seen very, top quality women referee, and one of them is, incidentally, is a member of a CAF referees committee,
FIFA,
NFF match commissioner.
Yes,
and she's doing so well. So I don't think it's a question of gender. The referee in question did not show discretion, so it shouldn't be used against female referees. We have very good female referees.
Let me
have
give
acquitted themselves well in previous matches.
Let me give you some of the names of some of those referees. Bola Bidoye was one of our top flight referees, a woman, officiating Federation Cup finals, continental games. In the past, even men competitions, women were allowed to officiate.
Yeah.
Bola Bidoye was officiating CAF competitions for Nigeria. Faith Irabo was a no-nonsense referee. I remember the red card to Taiwo Oloyede of Julius Berger at the Onikon Stadium. Nobody believed that Taiwo Oloyede could be red carded in front of the Onikon fans. Faith Irabo did it, sent him out. We've had Felicia Ubah, referee of the year, several times when she was officiating. Bola Secretary. In those states, a lot of top quality.
And like some guys have said, we've seen some atrocious refereeing from the guys as well.
And there are some terrible guys too. Yeah. So it's not a gender issue; it's a competence matter, and it's competence doesn't know gender. So we have some excellent. The woman that officiated Pillars lost to Nasarawa. Yeah. Uluchi, or what's her name? Uluchi. Excellent.
Even in this generation, it means she was part of the African Women's Championship. So and quality top-notch female referees. Yeah. It's all about gender. It's all about being competent to get the job done on the match day.
And for the organizing bodies to really be up and doing with the issue of Toby, we have to do something about this refereeing issue. Ferdinand Rudo should be. At this time, should be officiating at the Nations Cup.
Yeah, I agree with you, Toy.
If we did what we're supposed to do with his profile.
I agree with you. I mean, Ferdinand is the only center referee in Nigeria that is currently in the Elite B. And when you're in the Elite B, you're eligible. Elite B, you need to get a step closer to Elite. When you get to Elite, you can get to the Nations Cup.
Yes.
Be at the tournament. And there was a time FIFA instructor came to Nigeria and they asked about our top referees. How many games are they doing? We have 380 games, and our top referees don't even get to officiate up to 10 games. These are referees we need to push them into big games like this. Why not give Ferdinand such opening game on a big day? I'm confident he will deliver. But however, it's not about gender, it's all about being competent.
Okay, guys. A lot of people expected the league management company to do something. A lot of people were already saying, it's 24 hours, it's 48 hours, do something. A lot of people expected that decision to come before the midweek matches, and it has come. The armor has fallen. And guys, let's quickly talk about what has happened. Maybe I should start with Toby. Any surprises for you? The decisions from the LMC, are they the things that you expect? The decisions that you expect concerning the matter?
Yeah, I agree with the LMC, 100% correct. There's a framework which every 20 clubs sign to play under, and then however you need to respect the rules. They violated the rules, and everything here is spotted on the forfeit maximum 3 points to Kano Pillars, being fined 3 million naira. They could not allow the TV to cover the game. We had fined another 5 million naira, and also suspended points also if they repeat such attitude. So good decision from the NFF, and excited decision. Came after before we played the midweek game. So this is a very big lesson for every team, and I think this will really put on a good moment, because everything will be very, very careful.
The world is watching
from this match day too.
Are you watching?
Yeah, it was a litmus test for the LMC, because such incidents have happened in the past, and there was a kind of a delayed in taking immediate judgment. Sometimes justice delayed is justice denied. You have to be firm, and that's what they have done. You have to send a message across to all
clear warning,
all the teams that this is not a business as usual. If you violate the law, then you have to face the music. So I think I want to support them for the action they took.
Maybe you should read some of the items to us.
Let me just also state that before the punishment of the LMC came on Ifeanyi, they had already suspended their general manager. They apologized for the embarrassment.
But it wasn't always going to be enough.
Yeah, and they said it was not going to repeat itself again. For me, I was waiting for that to show whether these guys were really serious and sorry about what they did in
or whether claims in some quarters that the decision came from
and for them to have come out to have apologized, I think it's a good move. But then they have been fined close to 10 million naira
in total
for different breaches of the LMC framework. There's a 3 million naira fine for one, which is the first fine.
Yep.
There's a 5 million naira fine for another one because of the fact that the game being abandoned means revenue loss for TV.
Yes.
There's a 1 million naira fine for another one. There's 150,000 naira fine for another one. So altogether, it was going close to 10 million naira. And apart from that, suspended points deduction. If it happens again, they could be losing as much as 5 or 6 points.
Yeah.
All right, for what they did. But let's hope that they've learned their lessons. Their chairman said that it won't happen again. They've suspended the man at the center of it, the general manager, for 4 games, his salary for 1 month and all of that. But that's internal. We hope they are going to be on the continent and they're going to see a lot of dubious calls from the referees, and it's important for them to begin to.
Some of those games may not even be on TV.
May not be on TV, but we hope they've learned their lessons and this won't happen again.
Guys, let me just, I mean, maybe I start with Onyemuchi. Is it enough? Can it serve as a deterrent? Is it heavy enough, or would you have wanted something more?
No, I think it's enough. You see, apart from Ifeanyi Ubah, I think what the LMC has done is to use them, as a deterrent to others. Because, like I said, these kind of issues have been happening in the past, and it took the LMC some time before they took that decision. And when you give a lacuna, there is a possibility for lobby interest, coming into play. But you have to take that decision, and you have to take it almost immediately. And that's what they have done. Apart from the fine and the money, I think the symbolism there is that they have sent it across to all the clubs that when you violate the law this season, you are going to get punished, and the punishment is going to be immediate. So for all the clubs that have that tendency, that trace to violate the law, thinking that somehow they could circumvent it or manipulate or use somebody upstairs to, in their favor, that will not be, the case now, because a precedent has been set. When it happens, then Ifeanyi Ubah will say, when it happened to us, this is what it is. So you have to also, invoke that same clause against other violators.
All right, Toby, your thoughts quickly before we leave. It's going to be is enough a deterrent for any club.
Like I said earlier, it is enough, and it was a 2 key message. Firstly, to the referees. If you are not competent enough to handle a game, you will get punished, you will get axed. So the referee will do everything humanly to ensure
step up,
be close to being perfect in the game. So when we have injury, you can also debate it and try to come up with the rules. And secondly, strong message to all the 20 clubs, because a lot of clubs were waiting to see the LMC decision on this, and then I think I'm really excited. They play according to the rules. Like I said, the rules is there. It is a plug and play stop. Take it away and use it to punish the club that violated the rules. So it is a 2-key thing. The referee need to sit up, and then the clubs also need to avoid violating the rules.
All right. A debate was going on Twitter, and you were involved in some of it. Some people trying to justify some of the actions of the referee, and citing some rules and all that. Probably just educate us on that.
Law 17 for refereeing allows that the referee can call up the game at any time, whether the ball is in flight,
except for
penalty kicks. All right, but most of these things are subject to the discretion of the referee, which is why it is important for referees to be wise and to understand the flow of the game. When you position for direct free kick,
not even indirect. It was a direct
free kick. When you position for a direct free kick, most of the times you will see referees will tell those who want to take those free kicks, wait for my whistle before you take it. And once the referee has the intention of allowing that kick to be taken and he blows for the kick to be taken,
you can't just withdraw it.
You can't blow and the kick is taken and the ball is sailing into the net, and at the same time you blow that your time is up, because you have the power to do so. And from what Toby also told us, his own timing, well, we can't rely on his own timing because his own timing is unofficial.
Yeah.
It was still within the 2 minutes added time given for the game. Even if it was over, once you allowed the wall to be set up,
you have to allow the outcome.
It means you wanted the action to be complete.
Okay.
And so it was a discretionary issue, and
so the law doesn't defend the referee in any way.
Discretion. You use your discretion. That's the difference between a referee who is naive and someone who can handle high pressure games. How you manage the game.
All right.
And she didn't do that well at all.
Okay. Let's pause for a while and go on a quick break. We're on the home stretch. When we return, we'll still be talking about the Nigeria Professional Football League. Join us again.